Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are here and it is time to look back at another old video on the channel. And this time we're jumping all the way back to 2020. That's right. We're getting close towards the end of the countdown to 10 and we've picked some of the most important and some of the best videos throughout the history of the channel from 2012 to 2022. And right now we're going to stop and take a look at a video from 2020. So this here is the race playlist. Of course, we already looked at a video of that earlier. And let's see what kind of stuff we can get into in the race playlist in 2020. Of course, 2020 is known as a wild year. Definitely is. Now, this one here, we made 100 race playlist episodes. And we got a whole playlist of them. Okay? We got a whole playlist. Whole playlist. It's wild. Let's take a look here. Okay, if we jump into playlists, here's what we got. Okay? Right here. This is our GTA race playlist. Of course, as you see, it doesn't want to load. Come on, dude, load. Alright, there you go. Over 100 race playlists with Epiccw and the meme / devious games / DH313 gaming / Casey / Wanye. He went by a bunch of different names. Either way, we went in and recorded all these episodes. Took a time off here or there. And when it came down to it, in 2020, we hit episode 100. Now, at this time, of course, we were not working. We had not had worked for a few months. We lost the working position. Our job shut down, and we were not brought back to our company that we were working for, which isn't a shame at all, because that company sucks. But either way, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to, just talk about the race playlist. So we weren't brought back, so we had plenty of time to record race playlists. As you can see here, pretty much all of these say playlist at home. The quarantine playlist, so basically 84 to 102, we recorded in a very, very short span of time. Now, we're going to actually look back at these later in March. I don't know, actually, this goes out after or before, but we're going to have a video in March where we go through, he came over here, and we looked through a bunch of race playlists, including this episode. But I just felt like it was a key thing. And I want to take a look at it, kind of just discuss it again. Race playlist here is the only series that got two this feature. We have episode 1 and episode 100, so let's jump into it. Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are here with something very, very special, and that, of course, is the 100th episode of our race playlist. GTA Online Race Playlist episode 100 will begin in just a moment. Now, I want to keep this short, but I do want to start off by saying thanks to Lamine for being part of all, of course, 100 episodes, because without him, this series wouldn't be a series. It'd just be me playing by myself. So it wouldn't really be the GTA Online race playlist that it is. Now, this here series has spanned from 2016 until now, here in 2020. We did have a break there for basically from May 28th. So we're going to skip through this.
What?
Oh my god.
The name worsened.
You're still getting called that in every playlist, but
the name worsened. The name.
That's a great fucking way to start the list episode, and of course, a gamer. Get back to the start, dude. Lamine and I take it away right now with episode number 100. So excited. Let's jump into it. Today is the day, gamers. It is finally that time. The 100th race
playlist.
What's going on with the audio
Of
here?
course, it would not be the race playlist.
I think the issue, I just discovered this, is the Elgato recording software. Because I had a few videos that I believe went out January, February, something like that. I'm so far ahead with the video recording, I have no idea what's going out when at this point. I have videos that went out. For some reason, my computer, the OBS didn't work. So I had to like download it again, delete it, and re-download it. In that time, I wanted to record this, so I used the Elgato software. And it definitely had an audio issue. Like, it doesn't pick up nearly as well as OBS. So I think that may be what you hear throughout my audio in this video.
If we were not joined by Lamine.
This is the last race playlist that name Worsted.
You're still getting called that in every playlist, but that's a great fucking way to start the video, gamer. You couldn't be like, yeah, we're here, I'm hyped for the 100th episode. Nah. Well, it's never being cold. This time it works. No. It works until I say it doesn't. Alright,
That's
so...
not what I said. I said that this is the last playlist episode that name is going to be, like, make sense. Just like you do with the whole, like, oh, it's the first race that Lamine's let all the laps in, or that I've DNF'd in this fucking year. I'm doing that thing.
Well, it's kind of a statistical.
We definitely had some arguments then. You can tell things were getting a little spicy, and it was probably not a bad thing that we didn't talk for like a year. Because not soon after this, actually, this is the last video that went up until we started talking again about the summer of 2021. So it was almost a year. So episode 101 and 102 actually launched in 2021, even though they recorded in 2020. So you could definitely tell there was a little bit of, I don't know, just the energy, the vibe. This is definitely how it felt most of the times that we had conversations for a few months there. There was definitely a bit of tension, you could say, which isn't there when we talk now. I think things are, we got a normal vibe again, but it was definitely wild for a while there.
Things, you're just pointing out some shit because you're a little bitch. So, anyways, welcome to the 100th episode. We got some really cool things planned here, LaMizzle and I. So today, we're going to be doing some special throwback races with some old cars. We went back and purchased some ones we used to drive back in 2016, 2017, and we're going to roll up with those along with our current cars here that we race in the race post on a weekly basis.
200th episode, are you going to do the cars from 2018, 2019?
Yikes.
200th episode?
So what is it, supercar race? I think let's roll up with the old ones for the first one out, gamer.
Alright. That's what I'll do.
He said that's what I'll do.
Alright, let's do this shit. It's the return of the T20 gamers.
I'm doing it.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Of course, even though the title doesn't say #playlist at home in the title, we of course are still encouraging you to play a list at home, as it's still very important to stay home and stay safe, especially with the virus on the rise again.
Okay.
So, make sure you continue to play us at home. Of course, we have 100...
That was the thing. We had playlists at home. Back, of course, 2020 was a lot more wild with the Ronas. Now we're chilling. Everyone's just like, do your thing. But 2020, we didn't have, like... It was early. it was early Rona days, and now it's been 2 years and nobody gives a shit. But back in 2020, it was definitely something we were like, hey, try to stay home, stay chill. Most people were, at home trying to not spread the Ronas. And we were doing our part video-wise with Playlist at Home. Basically encouraging people to stay home and watch race playlists. Which you can see by the amount of views, worked out well.
Episodes, including this one, that you can check out and enjoy. Well, this is such a vibe right here. Oh, boy.
So we had the thumbnail said Playlist at Home, title said Playlist at Home, and we had this box at the top that said Playlist at Home as well. So that was the era of the series as well. That was, interesting time. And I feel like if we kept playing, it would have been interesting to sort of see the point that we would have said, okay, we're good with Playlist at Home. That's an interesting thing that we obviously didn't get to experience. But because we jumped back in 2022 and it's not there. So it would have been sort of cool to see how that ended, but it didn't. Well, it did, but not the way I expected it.
It really is. Oh, man.
So the first lap here with the T20, I believe he's got the Entity XF, which we used to race these cars all the time in that original run. So basically we went back and we bought a bunch of the old cars or re-raced them, because I never sold this car. This is one of my favorite cars in the game, but we definitely had some different cars that we featured. I think there was a race with the Massacre somewhere in here. Oh, this is a good one. This is the one that he made. This track. Based on a fictional New England track. This track was dank.
You're fun with me, just laugh. Oh, man. This episode's been a whole thing to record. Well, we're on the subject of recording the series. Oh my god. I do also want to point out that we did record a couple episodes and then the thing cut out again, so we scrapped one or two of those. And I think one of those happened to be this track. I don't know. I can't remember at this point.
Big recording issues. We still occasionally have internet recording issues, but they're not nearly as prevalent as they used to be. I believe we had one in 2022 that was significant. That was video titled Mickey Mouse Win, if you haven't seen that one. But
it feels like we're doing another episode even though we're not. So it's got that different vibe. This is episode 100.5.
Wait, did we have it?
As a note for this track, though, we haven't actually, I think, gotten to do this track properly in the playlist yet.
Oh, yeah.
Also, as a note, after the last race, I did get the one bonus point for my still here. We're back. For the first time ever in race playlist history, the race playlist is being recorded on 2 separate days, as the first 4 races we recorded a couple days ago, and there was some connection issues on both parts for both of us.
Ooh, okay. That's what we're talking about. So you can see the jump there. I did not remember about the race plus. Okay. Oh, this one. This race is dank. This track is wild. Ooh, okay, this track is
Okay.
track spicy, dude. Damn, into the wall.
So actually,
Because again, each lap is worth a point, so. If you can lead that lap, you get a point. Which is, of course, our playlist format.
I had so much momentum. I'm just like, I'm going to go here, see what I can do.
Very, very different playlist than episode 1. Episode 1 was just go and smash everybody out your way. This is definitely more about leading as many laps as possible, but also, you know, do what you can do.
Oh, man. 3, 2, 1, go.
Do what you can do. Lead as many laps as possible.
Man, this playlist brings it back.
Like a new track with old car.
It's a track that's so close with our current. Oh man, Entity T20 era is wild. I mean, our first race of it wasn't great, but.
Oh, hey, we go on here, you get an extra boost if you go on the curbs.
This right here is a whole error, honestly. That's crashing like that. That's an error right there. Alright. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
This race is like one of the few that we genuinely do remember from the playlist. Like,
oh my god.
Like a lot of the races, like we don't necessarily like we go in, we don't remember it after a week, you know. But there's a few that just they stand out, and this one is one that really we genuinely like both remember and talk about, and when we review this ourselves, we watch the same race because it's just so iconic. At least to both of us, this race definitely holds a special place.
Yeah, it was fine. It was close, but we'll let it go for now.
Let it go for now.
I like spun it out, but kept it going. I was in the spot where I couldn't like get back up to you. That's a common move we see on this track, is that push in that corner.
We got to bring this one back in the playlist, honestly.
I did it to you there before in the last time, right? So yeah, so we see a lot on this track.
It always gets intense. We go quiet. Something you notice even now.
It was very interesting seeing how both of us take it slightly differently.
Slight contact there, but again, the silence always comes over the playlist when something gets intense. You know, we'll talk the whole time, but when something
yes,
that's one thing that he struggles with and still does. I noticed is the defending move, which I've played a lot more racing games than he does, so it's not like surprising that I can definitely block a run that he gets better than he can block a run that I get. You know, something like that is always just been there. You know, I get a run, and I can definitely get him with a dummy move to one direction, pop back the other way.
3, 2, 1, go.
Normally we line up side by side, but in that situation, that speed boost down this long straight is so helpful.
No.
So we each pick a curb.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
We each pick a curb and just launch. So he moves over, tries to get my slipstream here. Brilliant move. I go for that little bit of a block. He does manage to get by because it's a little harder to find when the whole track's open. He goes deep in that corner, but I don't really cut it brilliantly myself. And I do slow down. I definitely want to get into his draft down that main straight. Like, I want that slipstream to pull out last second. So you say I'm going to slow down here, not pass him.
Damn it.
I was hoping just to push him and get by and lead, but...
No, I'm so sad.
But it did not work out as well as expected. Both of us respawn, get a new car, and
I'm so sad.
see what we can do.
3, 2, 1, go.
Nope.
3, 2, 1, go. Yes!
Oh man, what a finish. As you see, like,
Go.
strategically, I'm instantly hitting into him. And that's just, okay, can I slow him down? I mean, we're just turning the whole time. I get the lead, pull away. That's all I needed. All I needed to get that victory.
Yeah.
Now I got an open wheel race.
Before he was doing no races.
A required pit stop, of course. The hot ring, of course, the NASCAR style car.
I remember Belle used to kill possums. Oh my god.
Pain. This dude went full speed. He went full speed, said I tried to stop. I'm done. Either way, that's that. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed a look back at 2020 and GTA Race Playlist episode number 100.